Okay, what we're going to draw here now is a cylindrical form. Prior to this video, we measured the form, and we measured it as a 3-to-1 ratio. So when we measured with our pencil, we sighted it, and we measured, we just measured it was the width was this, and then we counted down 3 times. So it was a 1-to-3 ratio. I'm going to make that same ratio on my paper here. So I'm just going to draw a horizontal line. I can make it as big as I want. I'm going to say it's this big. I'm just going to freehand a line, and right now I'm just going to straighten it out using my ruler, and I want it this big. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to times that by 3. That's going to be the width. So I'm going to use my pencil here, and I'm going to go up 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3. That is my height. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line going this way. This is my width. I've already established that before I did anything. Straight up. So this rectangle is a 1-to-3 ratio, the same proportions as this object here. The second thing I want to do, I want to measure the height of this ellipse from the highest point to the lowest point, and I can count how many times I count down to the bottom. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted that this counts 5 times into the form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to guess what a fifth is. I'm going to say that could be a fifth. So I'm going to see if that counts 5 times into the form as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's right. That's a fifth of the space. So I'm going to draw a line right there. Now this is a symmetrical form. Any symmetrical form, you can draw a line down the center of that entire form because it's equal on both sides. I'm going to guess that that's my center. I'm going to see if it equals, it's the same distance on both sides, which it is. And I'm going to draw a line down the center. Okay, now this is going to be the space where the ellipse is. I'm going to break this down into halves also. Oops, I missed. It's easier when you're not recording yourself. So that's going to be the center line. That's the center line now. Now I'm going to make an ellipse. Just like we did before in a previous video, how to make an ellipse. So you make their 2 arcs on the left and the right, your arcs on the top and the bottom, and then you start to connect these forms together. Now, if I were to draw this as a transparent form, I need a bottom ellipse too, something that looks like this, right? And then this will represent that form there. However, this ellipse here, I can't see through the form, so I have to kind of guess, use reasoning to figure out where this is going to be. So this ellipse down here will be just a little bit bigger than the top one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the top one, I'm going to bring it down here, I'm going to mark it, and I'm just going to make it slightly bigger. Reason being, if you think about it, if I hold a quarter at eye level, you won't be able to see the top or bottom of that quarter, but as I lower the quarter, lower and lower, the ellipse gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So in theory, this ellipse will be bigger than that ellipse. And I apply the same concept. So I break it in half. It's already broken vertically, and I just break it in half horizontally, and then I apply the same concept. The ellipse. Make an arc, 2 arcs, make another arc here, make another arc here, connect the arcs, connect the arcs, connect the arcs. And basically, I'm doing this really quick and rough, but basically you have that form. And I'm just going to erase the unnecessary parts. And you can see it. I'm going to lighten up this back line. And you can somewhat see this object as it is in here. So there you go, cylindrical forms and ellipses.